of you wholeheartedly to our department, especially Professor Iqbal Abdi, Professor T. Ravikumar sir, and all other participants of this function. We wholeheartedly, on my personal behalf and on behalf of the department, I welcome all of you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Professor P.G. Romeo. May I now request Professor Ampat Vijay Kumar to give an overview of the program.
Good afternoon to you all. Professor P.G. Romeo, our head of the department, Professor Shashi Gopalan, our dear Thirukraman sir, Professor Jadavedan, my colleagues, my dear students and members of the alumni. Several alumni has joined this meeting. A very good afternoon. Let me first of all congratulate Manisha KK and Anita Jose, the recipients of Abdi Memorial Award 2020, and Ajay P. Joseph, the recipient of Professor Thirukraman Endowment Cash Award. Also, congratulations to all the students and alumni, Akshay, Shivanand, Albin, Ajil, Ashik, Midhuna, Adya, Nandana, Veena and Nitisha, a very long list for clearing the NET examination and research fellowship of University Grants Commission. And Anu Varghese, Divya, Rahul Rajan, Lijo and Elizabeth Reshma, who were awarded PhD in this year 2020. I was an alumni of this department about 42 years ago, 1978. And then 85, I did my PhD. Started my PhD with my guru and mentor, Professor Abdi. And I had to go all the way to Lucknow to do some mathematics with him. As usual, he will not sit in one seat. He will keep on moving. So I also followed him, keep on moving and get some information. So I've been living in this department building for the last 42 years in different forms. The department also has grown and changed its shape and everything, number of faculties, names, etc. We are now 10, and let me congratulate the newcomers, new faculty members who have joined a couple of months back. Professor Basir Hasan Abdi joined as the founder, professor and head of the Department of Mathematics and Statistics of the erstwhile University of Cochin in 1977. His teaching career started in 1943 at Lucknow, extended to many other institutions in other parts of India like Srinagar and Aligarh Muslim University, and also to other countries like Poland, Romania, Yugoslavia, Canada, and Australia. He was born on July 1st, 1922 at Jaunpur, UP. He took his MA Mathematics from Aligarh University in 1942 and completed his PhD thesis in 1962 under the guidance of Professor R.P. Agarwal. I am very happy to tell you that the only copy of the thesis of Professor Abdi is with me. Okay, that was the last copy of that thesis. He was also awarded PhD degree honoris causa by University of Adelaide, Australia in 1969, where he worked from 1967 to 1976. Along with Professor Abdi, two other teachers of mine also were in service, Professor T. Thirukraman, whom we call it as teacher affectionately, and Professor R.N. Pillai. Only 3 members were there when we joined for master's program. And later on, Professor Jadavedan, who is also attending this meeting, and Professor Krishnamurthy also joined, making it to 5. Professor Abdi guided 7 students, including me, and I submitted my thesis in 1986. Professor Basir Hasan Abdi had a long association with Indian Association of History and Philosophy of Science, and vice president and member of several societies. acclaimed by all as a great visionary and an innovative, exciting teacher. He became a friend, philosopher, and guide for many in the university, not only in the department. The love, regard, and respect that his students and colleagues had towards him was rightfully acknowledged by forming an Abdi endowment in 1982. Professor Abdi passed away on 22nd September 1999. He is survived by three sons, Iqbal Abdi, Iktesham Abdi, and Iktedar Abdi. And I'm happy to tell you that all of them, and along with their grandchildren, have joined this meeting online. Professor Abdi Memorial Endowment Lectures were held in the annual conference of Ramanujan Mathematical Society and in the Department of Mathematics from 2000, the first lecture being given by Professor V. Kannan of University of Hyderabad. Since then, several luminaries of Indian mathematics, Professor Keshavan, Professor Sundar, Sitaram, Sridharan, Ramasubramaniam, Suri, Shankaran, Balasubramanian, Rangarajan, who is now the director of the Indian Institute of Science, Professor K.N. Raghavan, Dilip Patil, Professor Tamban Nair, Professor Nandakumaran, Professor Ramanujam, Professor Kaushal Verma, Professor Srinivas, Professor Raja Ram Bhatt, Professor Vijay Kodialam, and Aburva Khare gave all these lectures here. As Professor Romeo mentioned, we have exhausted the list of mathematicians from India to come and speak in this forum. So this year, Abdi Lecture 2020 will be delivered by Professor Christoph Lesniak, a renowned topologist and fractal geometer from Nicolaus Copernicus University, Poland. As I said earlier, Professor Trivikraman, as we call him TT sir, had joined the Department of Mathematics in 1976, and we joined as a student in 1978. And I'm happy to see my senior, the only senior now attending this meeting, Professor Babu Sundar, has also joined this. He belongs to the first batch, and I belong to the second batch of master's program in University of Cochin. Professor Trivikraman, a renowned topologist, is a PhD from Madurai University and a very, very inspiring teacher. His specialty is that he will write on the blackboard without causing pain to either the blackboard or to the chalk. So he writes in a very delicate way without giving pain to either the student or the chalk or the blackboard. So if you just attend his classes, that's enough. Professor Tikasar may agree that, to be frank, I didn't study much than what I attended from his class. But I was not a good student according to him, because I would have done much more mathematics with him. He served in various capacities and retired from CUSAT in 2003, and an endowment cash award is being given for the past 3 years. I'm extremely happy that Professor Trivikraman and the children and grandchildren are with us online. Let me also thank the department for recommending me as an emeritus professor since my retirement in 2018 and asking me to say a few words about Professor Abdi Endowment and Professor Trivikraman Endowment. Let me conclude with a note on the meaning of the word teacher. The teacher who gives you information is called Adhyapak. The one who imparts skills is called Acharya. The one who has a visionary view on a subject and teaches you to think in that manner is called Drishta. The one who is able to awaken wisdom in you, leading you from darkness to light, is called Guru. In Sanskrit word, Guru means remover of darkness and imparting knowledge. Undoubtedly, Professor Trivikraman and Professor Abdi were members of the last group that I mentioned. The inspiring lectures that Professor Abdi gave and the inspiring jokes that he shared with us, cutting across all disciplines, whether he is a student or a colleague, he was a friend of all. And there is no day when I don't remember about Professor Thirukuraman and Professor Abdi, not even a single day after several years. That shows our relations, contacts, and personal relationships that we had. Definitely, Professor Abdi is an inspiration for many of us, and I could inspire my students with the teachings of Professor Abdi and Professor Thirukuraman. And thank you very much for attending. In particular, my senior colleagues, students, alumni, I could see Sunita, Sunil Jacob, Professor Rajan, Professor Chakravarti, and the speaker, and Professor Babu Sundar, and many, about 80 who have joined this group meeting. And I am extremely happy and thankful that all of you accepted our invitation and came to this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Ampat Vijay Kumar. Today, we are blessed with the presence of Professor T. Trivikraman. I request Trivikraman sir to share his experience with Professor Abdi.
I joined CUSAT after working as a lecturer for 13 years in a college, Marathaneshwar's College, Kodamangalam. But when I joined CUSAT, I had a different atmosphere, and I was trained for that by Professor Fatir Hassan Abdi, and also Dr. Arun Pillai was there. So we three together could maintain a different atmosphere, which was useful for good research along with good studies. I don't have much to say. I remember all these people this time, and I thank the organizers of this seminar for inviting me. Of course, I should thank Dr. Vijay Kumar also on this occasion for remembering me. I think I don't have much to say except this shloka. Rashikama Yurana Naganam Manayoryada Tadvad Vedanga Shastranam Ganidam Murdhanistidam. This is a shloka from Vedanga Jyotisha of Lagatha, which all of us should remember. I quote this shloka on many occasions when I speak to young students, because many of them join for mathematics courses without desperate mood, in a disappointed mood, without getting admission to engineering or medicine or any other sophisticated courses. So I used to say this to all my students. I repeat it here. Vedanga Jyotisha, Lagadhas Vedanga Jyotisha's shloka. I don't have much to say. I thank for the invitation for taking part in this program, and for the nice words which Dr. Vijay Kumar told about me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Taking advantage of the program being organized in a virtual platform, unlike previous years, the family of Professor Abdi had joined the meeting. Iqtedar Abdi, son of Professor Abdi, had kindly consented to speak a few words. May I request Iqtedar Abdi to address the gathering?
Thank you. Thank you all, especially Professor Vijay Kumar and people who are managing this podcast. I'm really grateful to all for giving Abdi family this opportunity, and I'll keep it short. And especially Professor Vijay Kumar was quite insistent with my brother Iqbal that somebody should speak. So eventually I drew the last stick. So anyway, you all know that Professor Abdi, Papa is the family, three brothers and our wives, call them. has lived a long and very fruitful life, no matter what he did, for about 77 years. He was a humanitarian, educationist, prolific researcher, and unifying and uplifting person with a tremendous wit and sense of humor. He completed his PhD, as Professor Vijay Kumar mentioned, in 1962 from Lucknow University under the guidance of Professor R.P. Agarwal. And the subject was Q Laplace transforms. And one of his external examiners, Professor Wolfgang Hahn of Austria, gave this comment after proving his thesis that, in quote marks, Abdi has squeezed the subject like a lemon. So that was his depth of analysis work and his vigor to do something to its full fruition. Prolific learner from his childhood, he learned Hindustani and English and was proficient in the Hindi, Urdu, and English scripts by his teenage. During his PhD work also, he earned certificates of proficiency in German, Russian, and French, especially for research publications. Guided research scholars of Adelaide and Cochin, and especially Cochin University of Science and Technology. All Professor Vijay Kumar and others have already mentioned the people who worked under Papa for their PhDs. Coming to his books that he's written for children in Hindi were written in 1960. And I remember I was a child, and my eldest brother Iqbal used to be the scribe for Papa. He would write down what Papa was speaking out. So in those 60s, he wrote two children's books in Hindi. One was called and the other was on Ramanujan, the great Indian mathematician. And they are a shining example of his communication for young minds. Later in 1980 and 90s, he published a couple of other books. One was again on the great Ramanujan, and that was in English, and a book which was his last published. In Urdu, it was on time and space, called Zaman o Makan. So, just in conclusion, we shall always remember him for his exemplary personality, who always encouraged scientific and logical thought with a wit that touched all. May we all positively contribute to this world, taking lessons from his life. Thank you.
Thank you, Iqtedar Abdi. May I now request Professor Shashi Gopalan to propose the vote of thanks.
Respected Trivikraman sir, respected Sri Iqbal Abdi, son of Professor Wasir Hussain, and the family of Professor Wasir Hussain Abdi, Dr. Vijay Kumar sir, Dr. P.G. Romeo sir, Jadevan sir, Chakravarti sir, and Rajan sir, etc. All faculty members, students, scholars, non-teaching staff, all the well-wishers, and mathematicians online, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to one and all. It is my privilege to offer a vote of thanks on this occasion.
First of all, I should mention about Professor Trivikraman sir. I remember his ability to uplift academically and economically weaker sections of students to the mainstream. Many students, including me, got benefited higher positions through his motivations and encouragements. Sir, we are really happy to see you through the online mode function. At least through this online mode function, because you are far away from Kochi, staying right now. So on behalf of Department of Mathematics, I express sincere thanks to you and your family, sir. Vijaykumar sir has given some idea about Professor Abdi. Sri Iqbal shared his experiences and sweet memories of Abdi. I would like to express my sincere thanks to Abdi, Sri Iqbal Abdi, for finding some time to share some experiences about Professor Abdi. I hope that these sharings and this type of function will motivate the younger generation of mathematics students. Once again, on behalf of Department of Mathematics, I express sincere gratitude to each one of Professor Abdi's family. In addition, we are grateful to Vijaykumar sir for giving right logistic support with guidance to organize this event. Thank you very much, Vijaykumar sir. I would like to thank Dr. P.G. Romeo sir for his support and advice to organize this program in a good manner. I would like to thank all of my faculty colleagues, research process, students, non-teaching staff, research scholars, parents, CIRM staff to make this event a grand success. I thank Dr. Abarna Lakshman, who is comparing this function, Gayatri Subhash, and our seminar coordinator, Sneha, for their contribution for the success of this function. I would like to congratulate all the award winners and wishing them grand success in their future studies. A special mention to today's speaker, Professor Dr. Christoph Copernicus.